Hey guys, today I want to talk about decision making. This is something that my OCD particularly latches onto, so I feel for you guys that have this problem and want to shed some light on how I deal with it. So it's realizing that your OCD will jump to the worst case conclusion about any decision you make, but that's very, in my experience, it's on like the right side of my head. I've spoken about this in my previous video about like where I hear my obsessions. And I weirdly, it's like just like the right side of my head. So I'll ask myself, what does the left side think of this? And that kind of connects you to that creative, intuitive, spontaneous part of you that's not rooted in fear. And try this for yourself. I don't know if everyone experiences their wise self on their left side. So it's kind of like determining where you feel your OCD and then kind of be like, all right, what does the opposite side think of this? So like mine's on the right, my nagging is on the right side. So it's kind of like trusting yourself. OCD doesn't want you to trust yourself. And the main reason it exists is to kind of keep you from doing anything. It's scared of change, so it's just like, just stay where you are, but we're just going to think of all these scenarios. But it doesn't get you anywhere. So it's asking yourself, what does my spirit think of this? And usually, what I find in my experience is that it's the opposite of what my OCD will tell me. So it's kind of like, what is your gut instinct? And learning to fine tune it and like really locate where you feel that gut instinct so that you can access it in times when you need it. And learning, and the more you listen to that, the more it'll grow and the more you'll be able to hear yourself. And OCD is just the noise. But what if this? What if that? If this happens, then that could happen. And it's learning to discern the two voices. So that urgency, that scary voice in your head, noticing like the characteristics of that obsessive voice so that you can kind of dismiss it and be like, oh, this is my OCD again. If I tune in and really get in touch with my feeling, that's not rooted in words, it's not rooted in like anxiety, really. It's like, what's your first instinct? And just going with it and realizing that perfection just exists to stop you from doing anything. Like there's no such thing as perfection. So life is really about movement and just taking the action based on how you feel in that moment. So try getting in touch with that. For me, it's like listening to the left side. It could be something different for you, but however you feel, spirit, like wherever you like feel that wisdom or that intuition. And if you can kind of access it, if like you think of a time where you had that intuition and you can kind of locate it in your head, tuning into that part. So yeah, I think that's all I have to say on that matter. But get less concerned about what should I do? Like get out of the thinking mind. What should I do about this? Like notice that it's a question. It's like getting out of that repetitive loop. Like it doesn't really matter what it's saying. Just act in the moment. Like no thinking, more doing. Easier said than done. But realizing that the thinking is just thinking is just a trap to stop you from acting. So that's the resistance it throws up. So it's like, oh, this is resistance. It's trying to keep me safe, but it's not doing anything for me. It's keeping me stagnant. So like a river or like nature, like trees lose their leaves, they change color. Just move any direction, really. And when you move, you'll figure it out. I hope this was helpful and I will talk to you soon.